This text we wrote together with all the members of the collective Papaya Queer. Let's start. How many more of us must die for this war to end? These were the words of the Black Brazilian activist Marielle Franco a day before she was murdered. She was a fighter against discrimination and racism, and Marielle's word resonated with us coming from all the corners of the global south. Discrimination and racism. These two words are not new to me. Also in Colombia I felt them, I experienced them, just because I was raised in a country that because of colonialism thinks that there are races that makes us a good or a bad person. Discrimination and racism. When I arrived here, what impressed me the most was how the system and its bureaucracy treats us, rejects us, and discriminates all of us coming from the global south. This land that sells itself as a good and open and liberal land keeps finding ways to reject us and negates our voices, making us feel as if we are different, as if we are inferior. We, the migrants from the global south, live in constant fear, knowing well that the system is always looking at us, waiting for us to make a mistake and be deported, waiting for the perfect excuse to deny us asylum. Discrimination and racism, but enough is enough. Today I'm not standing here alone. Today I'm here with my siblings from Papaya Queer. And we, the queer, trans, Latinx migrants, and asylum seekers refuse to continue upholding those archaic and ancient values that deem our life inferior because of our color. We've said enough to be rejected because we are different, because of our identities, because our identities don't fit in this Western and capitalist view of the world. Today, we ask everyone to raise their voices and say, we've had enough. Today, before the END, COA, DUO, and other governmental organizations impose their doctrines on us, we say and we raise up to say, we've had enough. It is time to be valued for our uniqueness. It is time to be valued not based on colonialist ideas on gender, religion, or sexuality. It is time not to be judged for our race. So how many more of us have to be killed for this war on racism to end?
Dan zeggen we ook, no borders, no nations, stop deportations. No borders, no nations,
Stop deportations!
no borders, no nations,
Stop deportations!
no borders, no nations.
Stop deportations!
Dank jullie wel. Ik sta hier als de Afghaanse ex-vluchteling met velen met mij, staan solidair met de Oekraïense, Afrikaanse vluchtelingen en alle andere vluchtelingen die hier naar Europa komen. Immers zijn het de westerse landen verantwoordelijk voor de verwoesting van aarde en continu voeren van oorlogen in onze landen. Met als gevolg dat miljoenen mensen ontheemd raken over de hele wereld. Ik ben blij dat het met de power en de energie die we hier vandaag gaan houden, houd het vol, want ik ga jullie voorstellen aan mijn derde spreker. Namens het Afrikaanse vluchtelingencollectief wil ik een groot applaus voor Mohammed Ali en Hidayah Nampima. She will be speaking on behalf of undocumented women. Daarvoor een applaus!
Thank you so much. Well, born and raised in war, grew up in the war, and being a child soldier teach me, that the war is really bad. There's no good war. And always as long as war break out, then you find guys like me standing here talking to you. The whole world is shocked about what happened in Ukraine. And it's pretty shocking. Of course, 3 million of people being depressed into their homeland. It's really unacceptable and it's not really tolerable. But today, in the Netherlands, we are facing something you can't believe, especially in the city of Amsterdam. The 174 nationality living together. But we have decided to open arms to only one nation of Ukraine, when we're having more than 2007. This is shame, Amsterdam. This is shame, Amsterdam. When you open arms, when you are keeping people sleeping in the parks, in the boats, in the abandoned building, after you close the shelter. Last week, hundreds of people slept into a storm when everybody were at home feeling lekker warm. Toch? How can Amsterdam play double standard against undocumented refugees? How is that possible today? You're saying that you open arms. This is a cynical and a hypocrite. Black lives, Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Everyone's life matter. I want to tell you what, this is not a local double standard, but this is a continental double standard. When we are having 27 state members, which one have no one trying to come on, people, we have nobody to interfere in this war, to mediate, to bring peace to Ukraine. All 27 state members are ready to fight Putin, right? We are going to war, right? A born and raised in war. Are you people looking for war? All right. So how do we treating people double standard? I want to call the state of Amsterdam. How is that possible that we are having thousands of people sleeping in the bush? When the storm were hitting Amsterdam, the people has called and say, oh Ali, I've lost my tent in the bush. You got the extra leftover tent. How is that possible that we are welcoming people, but while we're oppressing other people? Which kind of welcome is this one? Which kind of welcome when Dutch government has decided that people are welcome with the permit residence, when they are having right to work, when they are having right to health care, but we're having people been here for 20 years, never have that shelter for goddamn one day. Excuse me, my language, people. Are we really open arms? Are we really open arms? I'm questioning you people. Come on, Amsterdam. So, how can we change this? How can we really build up the permanent shelter for undocumented people in this city of Amsterdam? Well, we have a vote. Last week we had a vote. What have we done, Amsterdam? Still we are keeping raising the right wing in this city of Amsterdam. We are 171 nationality living together. This is not nationalism city. Excuse me, people. How is that possible? We are not voting, thinking to change. The mistakes which are keep happening repeatedly since 600 years ago. Only want to ask you something, Amsterdam. Please, opening arms for one group of refugees is a pure discrimination. Is a pure racism still happening here in 2022 in Amsterdam. I hope the next round we will see at least not 8% of by air, but you're going to see maybe 40% of by air in the round of Amsterdam. So, I would like to give my sister Ida to speak on behalf of undocumented women who are really facing this double standard. When people are living here for years, never be welcomed for one day. From no time, people are welcome. Do you think that the people in Calais camp, do their life matter? The refugees in camp in Moria, do their life matters? Black life matter! Black life matter! Thank you for showing up, Amsterdam. Always I love you, I got in my heart.
We are all humans, right? You do not have to be having blue eyes or blonde hair to be human. I stand here with sadness, I stand here with sorrow because of the way we are treated. My name is Hidayah, I am Ugandan, I am a Muslim, I belong to the queer community. I stand here with sadness because of how women are treated. In the civilized city like Amsterdam, we still see mothers being pushed out on the streets simply because they cannot prove their identity. I am undocumented because the Dutch government made me undocumented. I am frustrated with the system, the IND system, the asylum system that simply assesses my LGBT identity simply because I don't dress like the way you expect me to be. All undocumented people need privilege. Nobody leaves home unless home is danger. Nobody leaves home unless there's fear. Nobody leaves their place of origin unless there's fear of prosecution. As Amsterdam, I don't really feel welcome. Just recently that we had the catastrophe in Ukraine, and the Ukrainians are considered more humane than we are. It's terrible. We need intersectional solidarity. We need to work together. We need to have self-led communities. We need to feel welcome. We need to feel at peace. But all this is not happening. Why? Because you have simply rejected us. In the last concluded elections, I would like to applaud my aim. At least my aim had a section where the queer community and the transgender community will be having amicable shelters. But all other parties, to them, we do not exist. Yes, we are here. You will like it or not, we are here. How much support do you need to really show that we exist? How much integration, how much help have you really given to the undocumented people, especially the women? Myself, I am undocumented, but the number of calls I receive on a daily basis for women on the streets is alarming. You live peacefully in your homes. You live happily in your homes, yet other people are having their babies on the streets. This is very inhuman. As the city of Amsterdam, the municipality to be precise, we need support. We need to feel that we belong to this beautiful city. As you contribute all the things that you would love to send to Ukraine, think about us. Think about our shelter. Think about the food. Think about the stress that we have to go through each time you go to see a medical practitioner. We are hurting. We are living in turbulent times. We need to be listened to. We are trying to find solutions so far, but I feel very disappointed because there's really no intersectional solidarity. I'd like to advocate for every party that has been put in office to really think about women. We are mothers, we are mentors, we are revolutionists. And we want to feel loved, welcomed, and respected. I'd love each and every organization that has a heart, that has a soul, that feels that undocumented people are not really treated the best way, to really stand with us in the most turbulent times. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed and Hidayah, for the power and the resilience today and every other day. Thank you for the fight you're bringing every day. They are fighting every day for human rights, and not only them, but also the refugees in camps in and around Europe. That's why we say loud and clear, say it loud, say it clear, refugees are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear.
Refugees are welcome here.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Refugees are welcome here.
Oké, keep up the spirit. Want we gaan door naar mijn volgende spreker. Die ik voor jullie aan ga kondigen. Zij is een activist en PhD-kandidaat aan de Universiteit van Utrecht. Als activist is zij sinds 2016 betrokken bij het oprichten en creëren van ruimtes in en Amsterdam en daarbuiten. Waarin verschillende vormen van sociale onderdrukking worden besproken en aangepakt. Mag ik een groot applaus voor Miri Zamanbin.
Hallo allemaal. Toen ik gevraagd werd om een speech te geven vandaag, wilde ik mij in eerste instantie focussen op het belang van verbinding en heling. Op het feit dat er nu initiatieven zijn waarin het welzijn van gemarginaliseerde groepen centraal staat. Ruimtes zoals Cabra. Wij hebben collectieve heling nodig, is wat ik dacht. En ik wilde daarover praten, maar toen viel Rusland Oekraïne binnen en dat heeft mij in de greep gehouden de afgelopen weken. We hebben het allemaal gezien, de beelden waarin families uit elkaar gerukt worden. Beelden van groepen mensen uit Oekraïne aan de grens van landen in Europa. En toen stroomden de eerste nieuwsberichten binnen. Hoe snel Europese landen reageerden. Vluchtelingen uit Oekraïne kregen steun. Particulieren stuurden bussen, er werd geld ingezameld. En er is immense solidariteit voor het leed wat de mensen in Oekraïne moeten doorstaan. Het verwarmde mijn hart, maar dat maakte gauw plek voor een verbitterd gevoel. Politici noemen de vluchtelingen uit Oekraïne echte vluchtelingen. Waar is deze solidariteit voor mensen uit Syrië, Eritrea, Afghanistan? Voor de mensen die al jaren wachten in AZC's. Jaren waarin je niet mag werken, niet mag studeren, waarin je alleen maar kan wachten. Voor de mensen die in tenten moeten wonen in Griekenland. Het werd pijnlijk duidelijk dat het wel mogelijk is om mensen die vluchten van geweld op te vangen. Er is dus wel plek in Europa voor mensen die veiligheid zoeken. Wij zijn dus wel in staat om te erkennen dat er een humanitaire ramp zich volstrekt en dat deze mensen ook moeten kunnen werken en leven in een nieuw land. Deze selectieve empathie gaat door merg en been. Wij hebben tranen gelaten toen kamp Moira in de brand stond en mensen op straat sliepen. Nederland weigerde meer dan 100 kinderen op te vangen. En zijn die kinderen ooit opgevangen? Wij hebben tranen gelaten toen wij beelden zagen van grenspolities in Europa die vluchtelingen in elkaar slaan. Wij hebben tranen gelaten tijdens de demonstratie voor Afghanistan, hier op de Dam, na de val van Afghanistan afgelopen augustus. Wij hebben tranen gelaten toen er afgelopen november 27 mensen verdronken in Britse wateren, waaronder een zwangere vrouw en 3 kinderen. Wij hebben tranen gelaten toen wij beelden zagen van de lichamen die aanspoelden in Libië, Spanje en Marokko. En ons hart huilt nog steeds. Het inhumane asielbeleid van landen binnen Europa is zo in elkaar gezet om vluchtelingen terug te sturen naar geweld en onderdrukking. Om zo min mogelijk mensen op te vangen. Een systeem wat sociale, psychologische en spirituele schade aanricht bij mensen. Begrijp mij alsjeblieft niet verkeerd. Ik ben ontzettend blij dat er zoveel steun is voor mensen in Oekraïne. Maar het legt ook de vinger op de zere plek. Namelijk dat een groep een voorkeursbehandeling krijgt ten opzichte van een andere groep. De welzijn en veiligheid van zwarte en bruine mensen doet er niet toe. Mensenrechten gelden blijkbaar niet voor ons. Dus er is nog heel veel werk aan de winkel. Blijf je uitspreken voor alle vluchtelingen. Blijf aandacht vragen voor alle mensen die een veilige haven zoeken. Ook zij verdienen een dak boven hun hoofd. Als je anti-Russisch imperialisme bent, wees dan ook tegen alle vormen van imperialisme. Tegen alle illegale interventies. Tegen wapenhandel. Tegen het kapitalisme wat hier geld aan zal verdienen. Als je een vuist wil maken, maak een vuist tegen alle vormen van geweld. En als je een hand wil uitreiken naar mensen die een veilige haven zoeken, doe dat voor iedereen, ongeacht land van herkomst, religie, leeftijd en seksualiteit. Dank jullie wel.
Mag ik nog een woord?